did a video earlier and it wasn't that clear, and I wanted to come back and do it over because I got a few questions when I showed the older the vintage style bags that I have been on the hunt for, because I'm loving the vintage style bags that were out. Oh my god, I'm just loving them, guys. I am just, yeah, I'm in awe with them. And someone asked me, did I think there was a difference between the when Louis Vuitton was doing brass on their gold wear as opposed to the gold wear that's out now. And there's definitely is a difference in the look. So I'm going to give you some examples with some of the vintage, um, and that I got one from there's two vintage and two most current, and just the different styles of gold. And I think that what Louis Vuitton is doing is just playing around and seeing what the consumer likes. Now, I have not seen brass on any of their gold wear in years. I mean, I'm talking about decades. So I'm thinking the two that I have is around the era of when they utilized brass and they started changing. Louis Vuitton went through a time frame to where they were doing the softer gold as opposed to the shiny gold. And a lot of people lost their minds. But me, I'm somebody who, the more vachetta, I love it. Shiny gold, dull gold, whatever gold Louis Vuitton chooses to use, because I am, the only thing that matters to me is that it is authentic. It is it is the run of the bag at that time. We know the Louis Vuitton experiments, and they do listen to us. I have seen where bags have actually changed after so many negative comments about it. Maybe they saw that that was a bag that really wasn't selling, because, and then they started flooding social media, YouTube, and just seeing what the consumer were actually saying. Case in point, I believe the carryall is an example of a lot of people that gave a lot of controversy comments. A lot of people couldn't get with the two straps. They didn't understand the concept of the two vachetta straps up front. And then soon after, Louis Vuitton came out with the empreinte leather with the two straps gone and the longer strap for the zipper. Now, I am one who had purchased the carry. I no longer have it. I did sell it um, during the time frame, but the reason why I sold it is not because I didn't like it. Is because for some reason so many other bags superseded it during the time, and I had went through that. If I'm not reaching for it stage, I'm selling it, and she got sold. Would I say if I had to do it all again, would I purchase her again? Probably not. Um, I would have to go out on a limb and say I didn't have an issue with the two vachetta straps up front, but I do have the carry all in the empreinte leather. That in the black. Oh God, it's so beautiful, guys. That bag is so well crafted. It is a beautiful hobo style bag, and um, so I love it. So I'm not gonna say that they did wrong with the original, but I think they can stick a pin on the new style that they came out with right after it. But let's digress. So this video is about brass and the gold wear that Louis Vuitton has used. So I'm going to start with one that's kind of out of sync with the vintage and the other two that I'm going to compare it to. I'm going to start with the most shiniest gold that I have here to this evening, and it is with the backpack. And this gold on here is the really shiny. It is the really shiny gold. You can see it. It's the gold that I think a lot of consumers kind of love. Again, if this was soft gold, it would not make a difference to me. I'm not someone that gets caught up with that kind of stuff. I love the aesthetics of this bag, but if this was soft gold, um, I still would have purchased it. I still would be just as happy with it. So soft, dull is not a make it or break it to me. But a lot of consumers want that shiny gold. They did not like the soft gold, so Louis Vuitton has eased back because they did that soft gold. I actually have a Speedy, and I didn't bring her down because I have my No Way. But the Speedies, and is my Diane soft gold? I don't think it is, but I have a Speedy that's in the soft gold. I have a Neverfull that is in the soft gold. And when you guys started noticing that soft gold on the gold wear, y'all lost y'all's mind. But I don't understand why. Cause I thought the soft gold gave it like a just a really relaxed, beautiful feel of the bag. I don't necessarily have to have the shiny standout gold. I really don't. But you guys, y'all went in about that. So let me just pull out the Artsy, and I'm gonna compare the Artsy, which is the gold tone, with the brass tone. So this is the Artsy. It is the newer style Artsy, but it is not brass. It is just a gold. And look how beautiful that is. It's shiny and it's very beautiful. Um, some people say that Louis Vuitton's gold is known for um, turning after a while or not being as gold after a while. I have not experienced that. My Neo Noe, my first Louis Vuitton bag, still has gold on it, like and I should have brought her. I did a video on her a while back. That was my first Louis Vuitton purchase, and she's still gold. She's not shiny as she was, but she's not bad looking either. I mean, it's not like it looks tarnished or something happened to it. It needs buffing out. It's not giving me that look. But I just want you to see this, right? And then I'm going to bring in what I know to be the brass gold here with the Stresa. See? The brass. So, let's see. Now, these are years apart, but there's definitely a difference. Probably not going to pick up on the video as much. For some reason, the brass looks a little more gold than the gold wear. For some reason, it looks more brass. I mean, it is brass, but it looks more gold. And I haven't used gold wear. I mean, I haven't used brass cleaner on it either. Isn't this bag beautiful? I did well with this bag. And the Artsy is beautiful, but for some reason, y'all, I'm telling y'all, vintage is where it is. This dresser is beautiful. This is a beautiful bag. But not to say I don't love the Artsy, because I do. But if I'm comparing it to the gold, the brass from the back in the day, I'm sorry, the brass is winning, y'all. And some people didn't like the brass. I've heard people say, no, I didn't really care for the brass. You got to make sure it's because brass change. And it does. Brass does change. Okay, so here's one of my favorite bags as well. This is the Noe. And you guys know that this was originally made for champagne bottles. And you can go in my archives if you want to hear more about my beautiful Noe. I love her. And she has the soft gold on her. And I don't know. Let me take this little key fob off. Okay. You can tell that's soft. The gold is soft. It is. See? It's nowhere near as shiny as the Artsy. Okay. Now, here's the Etoile. I might not be pronouncing it right, but I'll make sure I have the spelling right. Okay, I can already just see the difference. Okay, look at that. See it? It looks more expensive, and that may be the reason why they got away from it. Let's compare the. I'm gonna try my best. Let me see, because in person, you can it really stand. Yeah, you can tell. Look at that. Now this is an older bag, so it may have been golder back in the day, but the brass you can definitely tell. This brass is really shiny. The previous owner really took care of this. No one else owned this bag but me. But you can definitely tell. This is the soft gold, guys, and this is brass. Which one do you prefer? I'm one that really don't care. I can appreciate the attention to detail, the craftsmanship, and everything that Louis Vuitton gave us back in the day. I know that it may sound like a negative when I'm always talking about vintage, but vintage is the time frame, and you ask any LV lover, they're gonna tell you the same thing that I'm saying. That we found that the more older the bag, um, you're gonna find more detail. And Louis Vuitton has hurt us because a lot of the bags that are coming out now, the Diane took a shift back down memory lane. The croissant came back out. A lot of the bags that are coming out are from. Let's just get after that. A lot of things. My mom says there's nothing. One of my mamas, in the spirit of Mother's Day, one of my mom's favorite quotes is, "There's nothing new under the sun," right? Which is true. Everything eventually repeats itself. Everything eventually comes right back around. Like we'll be in the 70 era where the styling of clothes will be 70s or 80s of 90s and all of that, right? We've done that. We're doing that, right? I think we've been in a mix of 90s and 80s era for quite some time. And then sometimes we'll even swoop on back to the 70s. But my whole point in saying this is every good thing, especially not well, everything repeats itself, but the good repeats are the ones that stand out to me the most. So why am I saying that? I'm speaking of luxury handbags. A lot of bags that hit it back in the day and people absolutely love. I see what Louis Vuitton is doing. They're revamping those older bags. They're putting a twist on it to make it more up to date, more modern and up to date, and they're sending them back out. Like the croissant, we know that was done before. Um, the Diane was done before. Um, there's so many style bags that they have re redefined and added a few things to it. It may have a guitar strap now as opposed to having the vachetta strap or the monogram strap back in the day, or it may come with a gold chain now. But what they're finding out is a lot of the people that are true to Louis Vuitton, like the are speaking of, they're hitting these gently used sites and they're getting the older model bags, and the older model bags are almost the same amount now because so many people are investing in the vintage bags because they're outlasting the newer bags. The quality of Louis Vuitton and the actual boutique is not the same as it used to be. These how can you explain that this beautiful bag right here, nothing has ever been replaced on it. I looked into it. Everything is original. And look how beautiful this bag is. This bag is a masterpiece. Just look at it. The quilted, beautiful canvas on here is just, y'all. This bag takes me over. I thought I had won when it came to the graceful and all of my beautiful bags. I have a great I do have a great collection. I really do, and I'm proud of myself. This is something that I've always loved. I love beautiful handbags. I save, I search, I do my research before I dig in and spend my hard earned money on it. But one thing I am making sure of this year is I'm not impulse buying. Every purchase is strategically done. That means that I've looked into it. I don't see something online or something somebody else is showing on YouTube and go out and buy it. It's a purchase that I'm intentionally buying because I know if I get it, I'm going to reach for it. It's going to be in my rotation of my collection. I do not carry one particular bag for a long period of time for several reasons, but I want them all to get touched. I want them all to get used. And that by mid of this year, which is approaching, if I have not even thought about that bag, some bags are going to get sold. It's just as simple. But the whole point is Louis Vuitton is finding out that vintage is taking precedence of their newer, what they were trying to come out with, the newer styles. Now they're reaching back because my it's late, but it's coming, and I know it's coming. The bag of the year, before I even get it in my hands, it's on its way, guys. And when I do that unboxing, I probably scream probably about 35 times as I unbox it because I am ecstatic about it. But it's from it appears, it has the look of the archives. So let me just tell y'all what I mean, the archives or the vintage. What I mean is when Louis Vuitton created the monogram canvas, one thing that came along with the monogram canvas is vachetta leather. So it's a catch 22 when it comes to the vachetta. You got people who don't really like that much vachetta. They like the treated vachetta. And let me just tell y'all something. Louis Vuitton is slick. And it's amazing. And this is only for people who really truly do their research in handbags will only appreciate this bit of information. Do y'all know that the treated leather that Louis Vuitton now gives you guys, that you guys have been wanting and been going out and olive oiling your beautiful bags and not letting it do what it's got to do, and age gracefully. Louis Vuitton, and this is me just stating this is not a known fact. It's not written down anywhere. This is an opinion-based blog, but I will go out on a limb and state, but I truly believe Louis Vuitton got the treated canvas from the counterfeit or the dupe or the replica market. And how I know that? Because I know people. So you can go on Facebook, you can go just about anywhere, and you can see where people will say something like, you want to treat it, and what level of patina do you want your bag and stuff like that. And I was totally confused when I was hearing people say that because I was like, what level of patina? Because I'm not one. None of my bags are counterfeit. They're authentic. They come from Louis Vuitton. And I don't knock what people do. Do what you got to do. Buy what you got to buy. Do what you got to do. Until you get that where you want to get. If that's where you want to invest your money, that's your prerogative. I'm not one that's going to trash anybody for purchasing wherever they choose to purchase. But my whole statement in stating this is knowledge is power. And I'm truly believing that they saw, because that is $1 million industry and it's not going anywhere. Wherever there's a Fendi, there's gonna be a Fin. Wherever there's a Gucci, there's gonna be a Pucci. I mean, that's just it. It's always gonna be. And those dark markets, those underground, whatever you want to call them, they make a lot of money, guys. And at the trick of the eye, that's why you got to be very, 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 very careful where you purchase bags, because now the replicas and all of that, the people that are out here duping and replicating bags, they are good. I promise you. I probably can find an Artsy that looks just like mine on the dark market. I probably could. Probably look identical to it. But I mean, I most likely could tell. It's just certain things that the stitching or something may tell. When some people say you can't even tell by that. But hey, it's just to the trained eye. I did a video on the fake Never Fool before, And it was amazing, guys, that you really could not tell the difference. The only difference between it was the pouch. The pouch from the counterfeit, or the dupe, was flimsy, and the pouch, the never full pouch, is not leather like or loose like. It is more sturdy and more structured. It's not a loose. It's made to be like a wristlet. It's not made to be like a leather good, sort of. That's the best way I can explain it. But my whole point, I'm getting off track. Okay, my whole point is, I got a feeling that's where they got it from, because it's just very odd to me that all of a sudden they did that. I mean, I know a lot of y'all like the don't like the raw vachetta. Y'all can't wait for it to patina. But that's what the life of the bag is supposed to do. Take it out, get it some vitamin D. Don't put olive oil on your bag. Just let it age. Let it do what it's got to do. I promise, the best thing about a Louis Vuitton bag is when it gets to this beautiful shade. It shows that this bag has been through something. It is aged and it's getting beautiful and aging and just getting that beautiful crescent patina on there that gets that layer on there where you don't have to worry about anything. Right now, it's not to the level to where it's gonna get dark. This bag is gonna get darker than this. It's not as dark as it's gonna be, but it's nowhere near the shade of my Artsy. Look, my Artsy almost looks white compared to it, but my Artsy actually has a level of patina on it. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. She's a little over a few months old now. She now even her, even my Noe. My Noe is about the same color as my Artsy. Because I take her out, but she's not some. I don't overuse my bags. I mean, some people get their bags and that's all they carry, but that's just not me. I'm not. I have never been like that. But she has a little bit. It's showing up on the camera like it's a little bit darker than what it is, but in person, she's really close to the Artsy. Maybe no, it is a shade, just a little shade darker. It is okay. My no way getting a little patina on it. Y'all, I love this bag so much. Oh my God, I love her so much. She is the perfect bag. Perfect, perfect, perfect bag. I love her. Yes. And I am not one, as you can see, this is why I love Monogram and Vachetta. This is why. That's why when they took away that the bottom part of it on the smaller Noe, I didn't like it. I didn't like the flat. I love all of this. I love it. I did the apple guard on here. I don't think I'm gonna do apple guard anymore to any Vachetta bags that I get. I think I'm gonna just let it age gracefully. Um, and I do have leather conditioner and all of that good stuff. I did baby wipe this bag down and all of that, just clean, because it was like some natural little aging marks on here. That's normal. I was afraid that it was a rip on the vachetta at first, but it is not. I thoroughly looked this bag over. It's perfect. But my whole point in saying all this is, I think that they did get that from, and hey, you got to cater. If you seeing your consumer starting to look like, I kind of like my bag coming with that layer of patina on it. Louis Vuitton thought about it like, well, we can probably treat our vachetta too, but they're toggling, because a few bags, like I'm almost 99.9% sure that the bag that's on the way to me is raw vachetta, but like the Diane is treated. So they're doing different. I think they're just trying to find a happy medium where they're giving us some bags that's treated and some bags with the raw vachetta. But I am one, Louis Vuitton. I like the raw vachetta. I like starting at the raw vachetta. I like seeing the bag age through the years because when I give it to my great 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 granddaughter, I want it to be as patina as it ever gonna be, and it just get down in the years where people will be able to transfer the bag to someone else. That's the whole thing. Just the life and the age of the bag, letting it age. Um, letting it do what it's doing. So if you could just leave some raw vachetta, Louis Vuitton, when you're talking with this treated vachetta thing, leave some raw vachetta for me because I happen to be one that loves it. I love monogram. My favorite bag is the monogram with vachetta leather in the Louis Vuitton style. I like damier bean, of course. Um, I do not like Damier Azur. I like some of the leather goods. I love the Mahina. Mahina is very expensive. That is one that I don't really. I try to stay within a certain amount. So Mahina leather is very expensive. So I don't really travel with in that area that often because again I stay within a certain budget. But it is beautiful. It feels totally different. You can tell it's a very very rich leather, and the price kind of echoes it. But my whole point is saying that I think the gold tone is just a testament to Louis Vuitton trying different things, moving with the age. Maybe people back then wanted the brass and then for some reason didn't want the brass anymore. I don't know the reasons for them changing it because the brass is just as beautiful as the soft and the shiny gold to me. It's amazing how much they've given us over the years, and I know that I have not even tapped into what all every hobo style that Louis Vuitton has to offer. It's another one in this line, the Etoile line that I looked at and I'm like, it's too much like it. It's not the same, but it's too much like it. All the bags in this line was only out for like a year and a half. It was a limited edition, and it came and it went. Um, and all the bags in this style has a similar look, but there's differences. Like this one is a true hobo style. Then there's one that's kind of shaped like a tote, but they still have like the buckle and the vachetta and the brass and all that. But that limited edition, I would love to see that come back in a newer style in for 2025 maybe. I don't know, but yeah, go back to your archives. If you want to bring people back into your store, Louis, go back into your archives like you've been doing with the croissant and the Diane and all the repeated bags with the twist that you've been bringing out lately. Me personally, I'm going to stay on the generally used side unless something just flattens me out and makes me say there's no way on earth that I can avoid it, just like what I got coming. I know I keep mentioning it, guys, but when it comes, trust me, you're going to know. But I've talked long enough, guys. This was supposed to be a short video on brass and goldware. And I think I've done my little Easter speech in stating that I can appreciate the changes and going through consumer wants and needs because hey, your bags are only as good as what the consumer wants, right? So the consumer and thank you so much guys for listening to my video. Thank you for your support. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my page. I love the fact that you have stopped by and joined. You that have joined, just remember this is an opinion site. The opinion on this blog is based on my opinions and my research, based on the bags that I've collected over the years. Thank you so much for your support. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great evening. Bye bye, guys.